guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. I do have a video for you today as always, but before we get into it, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can go ahead and download the game for free using the link down below on your mobile device or tablet. And make sure you stay tuned because I'm hosting another giveaway for a pack of your choice from The Sims 4. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game on the market. Each emoji has its own unique power-up and you get to choose what to use, offering a strong layer of strategy to every game that you play. My favorite emoji has got to be Cinderella. She's been my favorite forever now. She has a fantastic power-up, but there are so many different emojis to collect, so that could change at any time because there's a deep collection of Disney, Star Wars, and Pixar characters with new emojis being added every week and month. There's even emojis in various categories, including silver, gold, and rainbow exclusives, and story and villain characters as well. Also, all of the emojis you collect in game you're actually able to use to text your friends through a special keyboard. And exclusively for this video, 3 random players that download using the link in my description down below will receive the following emojis: Meg, Aurora, Cinderella, and Tiana. That link also acts as a creator code, so anything you spend in game will help to support me and my channel, so thank you so much for that. And about that giveaway, I am still hosting a giveaway for a pack of your choice from The Sims 4, any pack type. This giveaway is going through October 5th, so make sure you enter before then. And as for how to enter, all you need to do is download Disney Emoji Blitz using the link in my description down below. Get to level 20 in the game, screenshot that, and send it to me over on Twitter, replying to my pinned tweet. My Twitter is Miss Gryphi, just as it is here. If you're already past level 20 and you'd like to enter as well, no problem. All you have to do then is screenshot yourself at whatever level you are at, gain an additional 5 levels, and screenshot that as well, and submit both screenshots, and once again, you are entered to win. Best of luck to everybody. Thank you so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into it. Hi guys, we are building a tiny house today. I'm back with another one, and we are building on the island in Windenburg, specifically the mid-nowhere lot, which is a really small inland lot on the island, and I just think it's so pretty. It's one of my favorite lots in the game, and I haven't built here in a really long time, so it was definitely time to make a return, and I really wanted to be inspired by the name of this lot, which is Mid Nowhere, and just make a really pretty tiny home that could probably be an Airbnb, someplace for your Sims to vacation and really enjoy nature and all of the pretty views through the windows. So we are making a modern tiny home here over a patch of water, and of course it's right off of the island as well, so there's more water close by. And I kept it fairly simple as far as decorations go, except I sort of decorated one of the rooms as a teenager's room, but I was also thinking it was an Airbnb, so that's kind of confusing, but I was just having a lot of fun with the color scheme in there, so I went a little overboard, but I think that's okay. I had a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you do and you'd like to download this, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. And also, this is coming in at 31,896 million, so it's not too expensive, but it's not too inexpensive either. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and depending on if you want your Sims to rent it or if you want to live here will depend on how affordable that actually ends up being. Like I said, I kind of had a mixed idea in my head of it maybe being an Airbnb, but it also has a fully decorated kids or teenagers room, so maybe it's like a summer home. I could see that too. I'm not sure, but I had such a blast building this. I am so incredibly happy with how this came out. We're working on some of the landscaping now. I'm going wild with debug and show live edit objects, using mostly plants that came with Get Together because I am building in the world of Windenburg, so those plants naturally look the best in this space. I was looking around the lot and seeing what was off lot that I could grab from to make this look like it fit in with its surroundings as best as possible. That would probably be my best tip for landscaping. I get asked a lot if I have any landscaping tips or if I could do tutorials on landscaping. I've done them before, but I think that's probably your best bet, is just see what is in the surrounding world and try and match that to the lot you're working on. Anyway, I did try and use that brown door on the front of the build, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I did move it to the side, but it's going to be going away in the end altogether, and I end up actually using this base game door that has some little windows in it. I almost never use this door. I don't know why. I think it's kind of cute. So I ended up using that, and I was playing around with various wallpapers, and I end up primarily using this one from Seasons. It's this vertical board, And it's just so pretty and like calming. I really like these muted colors I was going for. So I mostly used this as well as a stone from the bowling pack. I think they worked nicely together. And I'm just adding some vines all over this build. I actually ended up placing this one here and I loved how it looked so much, even though it went above the roof and it was kind of floating. So that inspired me to put a half wall up here to look like a sort of fireplace chimney situation. So it could be anchored to that spot. And I actually thought that looked really cool. So I was happy that I placed that vine down because it made me try to add this fireplace situation, and it just something I never would have thought to put there if I hadn't placed the vine down first. Just all of the experimentation that happens when building. It's so much fun. I like just figuring things out as I go. That's my favorite way to build. Anyway, I decided that I wanted this back corner here with all these windows to be the kitchen space. So that is what I'm planning for now, but I will be rearranging windows a little bit and trying to refigure it out in a different way shortly based on where I put the counters and stuff, because I want to make sure we can have at least a couple of cabinets. But I'm working on the floor plan now. When you walk in, there's a little hallway off to your left, and that's going to be where you access the 2 bathrooms, or the 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And then the main like rectangular room that you are in when you first walk in is going to be your living room and kitchen space. There's not like a proper dining room, but there is a island with some stools at it for your Sims to sit at. And I did play test this house so your Sims are able to access everything they need to. So no worries on that. But here I am working out that kitchen space. It's just kind of a U. It's like a U-shaped kitchen. Very open concept, and I did change one of those back windows to accommodate having some of those upper cabinets. And right now I'm going for a very yellow color scheme, and I'm going to be changing that once I place down the curtain that I'm going to be putting in the kitchen, which is very blue and orange, which very much inspired the color scheme on the interior of this house. I feel like that's a color scheme I go for a lot, but they just look so nice together, and I actually ended up using an orange couch in this house, and I couldn't tell you the last time I did that. So I was quite excited about it, but we should be grabbing that curtain here now, one of the ones from Dream Home Decorator. I just thought it was so pretty. Look at that pattern in those colors. So I'm just changing the blinds in the kitchen to be this blue swatch, and the couch is now orange, getting a little rug in the kitchen. And something about this I feel like gives it quite a bit of personality, but also seems neutral enough that if you did want to play this as an Airbnb or a vacation home, a summer home, a holiday home, that it makes sense. It's not like too overly decorated. That was definitely what I was going for, like I said. Although you will see when we get to the kid/teenagers room that I did go a little bit overboard, but it just, it's so like pastel-y pink in there, and I was having too much fun. So plus I could imagine that for the most part, the whole place is kept fairly clutter-free if it was a vacation home or like the summer house the family goes to stay in over the warmer months, that everything's pretty clutter-free except for the teenagers' room, who they have hung up things in there that are more personalized to them. So it's like a second bedroom for them. I could really imagine that, because even though it's not your main bedroom, like having it feel like it's still your space. So I'm just like talking about the different ways that could work, but realistically, I was just building this and got carried away, but it's okay. It still makes sense, and you can definitely just delete a couple of the decorations out of that room, which is mostly just posters. I'm talking like I overly decorated it to a large extent, but it's just like I put posters on the wall. But anyway, I'm rambling too much about something that we haven't even gotten to yet. So we're going to actually talk about the bathroom, which we are working on now. I really wanted to use this divider from City Living. I think I cut it out of the footage, but I had been trying to use this on the exterior of the build, and I couldn't work it out the way I wanted it to. So I thought it would be nice as a divider in the bathroom. We're going to pretend there's some glass there as well, or that the floor is slanted downwards so that there's not water going everywhere from this open shower, because I am using the open one that came with Discover University. And then I also changed the stone color in here, so it's a much warmer stone. And I really like how this bathroom came out. It's such a brown bathroom, which isn't a color scheme I normally go for in bathrooms, but it just seems so cozy. And overall, I think it was a good choice. But we're moving on into the primary bedroom now. Both of the bedrooms in here are fairly small, but I was going for a tiny home. I don't think I set this as a tiny home residential though, so I'm not exactly sure how many tiles it is. I might set it as that before I upload it. I might not. Actually, it might be over the tile limit because of the like dock out front and then the porch outside. So I'll probably leave it as a regular residential lot, but I still think it's a fairly tiny space and I would qualify it as a tiny home. I don't have any kind of authority to do that, but I have been making tiny homes on the channel since way before tiny living came out. So I'm used to calling things tiny homes if they fit the criteria in my brain more so than how many tiles they are in the game. Although I think it's really cool that we have the tile count option, and tiny living is such a good pack. It's one of my favorites. If you need to get a stuff pack, highly recommend that one. Anyway, I am just getting a dresser and stuff in this room. We end up having the mirror from Jungle Adventure, one of my favorite mirrors in the game. I say it every time I place it down, but it's just so beautiful. And I thought it fit in this space nicely. And this dresser is from Dream Home Decorator, just getting a painting above it. And I think we put some towels in the dresser and a clock up above it as well. And just a little plant. And I think that's pretty much it other than a painting on this wall. I think I get the one from, is it Backyard Stuff that's from? I'm not entirely sure, but it's some like muted paintings of like flowers and stuff. I thought it worked with the color scheme in there nicely. Anyway, in here I was trying to go with blue, and then I was like, you know what? The whole house has too much blue in it. I do that too often. Let's look through the other swatches on this bed from Tiny Living, and I thought this really like peachy pink one was pretty. Actually, it's probably not a peachy color. Maybe more like mauve. I'm pretending I know the names of colors. I don't know, but I really enjoyed the color in here, and so I was really going for like a blushy pink look in here, and I think it came out nicely. So I got this desk from Eco Lifestyle. It's one of the ones that you can create with the fabricator. I don't know if I've ever actually used this desk, and those are the posters I was talking about. It's not too overboard. There's just some stuff tacked up on the walls, so maybe I talked too much about it and it's not that big of a deal, but I overthink. But just getting a poof next to the bed, and I think I add a couple of more posters on the wall as well, and a shelf up above, actually one from Kids Room Stuff that I wish I would use more often, but the reason I don't, which you'll see when I place it down, is this shelf is partially see-through, and it has been for a really long time, and it bothers me so much. I wish it wasn't, because it's a cute shelf. It's got like a little purse on it and a cute little painting above it. Like, it's a cute item. But it's just frustrating. But yeah, this room is kind of decorated. It's not like overly decorated, but it's definitely more decorated than the rest of the house is. So I'm not sure if that bothers me. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, but that is something easy to fix. I did put some extra seating outside. I just continued the counter on the other side of the window. We have a couple of loungers out here as well. And I will be putting this beautiful umbrella. I think this one is from Seasons, and there'll be a rug outside as well. I was thinking it was an outdoor rug, so that it wouldn't be damaged by the weather. I like twirled my fingers when I said the weather, like spooky hands. I don't know why I did that, or why I decided to share that because you couldn't see it, but I guess that's probably why. I also got a rug out front as like a little welcome mat, and I believe I should be getting the mailbox that came with Snowy Escape as well to tack onto the front of the build. I think that is the best mailbox in the game. Having one that you can just put on the side of the build is so nice. I've only had a mailbox like that in real life once before, but in The Sims, it's just so awkward placing a mailbox. So if I can just put it on a wall, that is so helpful. It's so helpful. So I definitely use that here, and I have a nice little chair on the front porch. We have a couple of plants around, and I'm continuing with landscaping, getting some more greenery all around the water, and I'll be getting some more terrain paint and stuff as well. I just wanted to make sure this space felt like it was fully landscaped. I think I actually get a few more trees if I'm remembering correctly, because it just didn't feel complete yet. I don't know if you know that feeling when you're doing a build and you're like, it's missing something. I don't know what, but it's missing something. And then I just end up going through and looking to figure out what it was missing, and it was missing trees. So adding those trees in and finishing up the landscaping, just so many plants everywhere. I also wanted to try and add a little bit of color with the plants. So we get these wildflowers that have a variety of colors in them, and I actually end up getting some, I think, hydrangeas that are yellow that are out of debug. It took me so long to find them, but I did grab them in the end and it helped a little bit. There's still not a ton of color on the exterior here, but I think it is so cozy, and overall I'm really happy with this build. I hope you guys did enjoy it as well. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you join us, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the screenshots. Bye everybody.